Hello and welcome to 3 Times the Gamer. Now, with the Nintendo Switch out, a lot of people out there are going to want to be taking it out on the go, but unfortunately, as we all know, the battery life isn't the hugest. So Zelda apparently lasts for about 2.5 hours, which if you're on a long journey is not going to be adequate. Now, there's a lot of confusion and potentially worry out there about what battery packs work and what don't on the Nintendo Switch. So I've decided to go with this one here, the Ravpower, and hopefully it will do the job. I'm sure when it's sleeping it will, but I'm hoping I can find one that will also give it some charge while playing. The model I'm using is the RP-PB058 and it's a 26,800 mAh capacity model. Now, at the time of purchase from Amazon, this was only £36.99, which is a pretty good price, so at least if it doesn't work to its full extent, it's not the hugest sum of money to have wasted. Now, the reason I went with this one is because it also supports direct USB-C charging, which I'm hoping will help, and also has the option from that to apparently charge either at 5 volts with 3 amps or 15 volts with 2. So hopefully that should give a lot better charging options in relation to using the Switch while playing. So what's in the box? So we get some general paperwork detailing how it all works. So you've got different USB types on this. So you've got an iSmart USB 2, which does DC 5 volts to 3.4A total, but only a 2.4 amp max to each. But the Type C, as mentioned before, you've got a few options outputting. And you've also got a micro USB as well, which gives you 5 volts, 2 amps, which wouldn't be enough. So, let's have a look at the power block first. So, first things first, it's relatively weighty. It's not hugely heavy, but it's got a little bit of weight to it. How does this stack up in terms of size? If you look at my phone, it's actually bigger than my phone, and probably 2 or 3 times as thick, and it's certainly twice as heavy at least. So, not end of the world in terms of size and weight, but yeah, it's definitely a sizable amount that you'd probably want to have something to carry it around with as a backpack or something like that. So just a standard plastic fill. Feels well constructed. As I said, there's the different ports. So what else is in the box? We have cables. And we also have a little carry bag, so that's a nice little touch. So you have an actual wall adapter. This is a UK wall adapter. Obviously, depending on your region, it will be different. And we have a USB to micro USB adapter, 2 USB-A to USB micro USBs. And you have a nice cloth carry case. So in terms of what's in the box, it looks like it's pretty good actually. It's not just the power block and that's all, you know, you've got the little carry bag to help avoid damage, as well as actual wall adapters, things like that. So, obviously, the main test for this is how will it do on the Switch. So let's have a look at how it performs. Okay, so we're set up with the Nintendo Switch and the Ravpower block. First things first, you press a button on the power block, it brings up 4 lights, so that shows you how much power you've got. So that's good to have that, so at least you have an idea of what you're taking out of yourself. So, I've got the Nintendo Switch here. If we put it on, and we can see that I've got 77% battery on that there. So, some of the issues people have been having is that the battery will charge, but not while playing the games. Now, Zelda is most likely quite a power hungry game, and I have tried this before and it did charge up, so let me just show you. Now, unfortunately, with the power block, even though they do give you some cables, they're both USB to micro USB, and they don't supply you with a USB-C cable. Fortunately for myself, with the Pro controller, it included a USB-C cable. Now obviously there are different quality USB-C cables out there, so results may vary depending on the cable. So I can only base my results on the cable included with the Pro controller. Unfortunately for this device, which is a bit of an oversight by the manufacturers of this product, is the input is a micro USB, which is fine, but if you look, the input for the power plug is a USB-C. Now while it does include an adapter for a USB-C to micro USB, you have no cables that would work in this fashion. So you need to buy a USB-C to USB-C cable, or a USB-C to a micro USB-C if you didn't want to use the adapter. Failing that, the other option is to, of course, buy a different wall socket that would support enough charge to power up the device. So, unfortunately, I don't have a USB-C to a USB-C cable to test the USB-C output on this device, which, by looking at the instructions, should give even more power. However, without testing that, I can't be sure. However, surprisingly, the iSmart standard USB is enough to power the device. So, if I plug this in, and you'll see the charging light is now on. If you go to controllers, and you'll see it's actually charging up the machine and the controllers at the same time. So as you can see, it's charging fine while on the main menu. Obviously that's not going to be as power hungry as a game. So what about that? Now when I did a test earlier on this before, it was definitely charging. However, it does take a little while. It's no super fast charging, unfortunately. But I did get a good 8 or 9% extra battery while playing Zelda. I've removed the audio from this just because I know Nintendo are quite strict with their games. Unfortunately, I'm not part of the Nintendo's Creator Club Creator Program at the moment. I'm not sure it's available in the UK. So as you can see, it's still showing charge, it hasn't gone up yet, so it does take a little while to actually go up, unfortunately. As you can see, the console is now 78%, just over, or maybe about 12 minutes that took to get there. So yes, it is quite slow. However, you are still able to keep playing your game as well as gaining power, rather than other battery packs which appear to still drain the power of the Switch, so it maybe prolongs it at best. So there you go, that's the Ravpower. In my opinion, it does a great job. Are there better products out there? There may well be, I'm not sure, I haven't tested them all. However, I think you can do a lot worse than with this product. It's relatively cheap, has a high capacity, has many different options for charging, and yeah, charges the Nintendo Switch while you can play Zelda. Whether it does the same sort of job on games that might have a higher demand further down the line, I can't say for sure. However, in the experience I've got with it so far, it's a good device. Unfortunately, the downsides are it doesn't give you all the cables you need, so even though the product is relatively cheap, you do still need to buy extra cables. If you've already got some of these cables, then obviously you're fine. If you haven't, then unfortunately it does bump that price up a little bit more. If they included all the relative cables, so if you had a USB-C to USB-C, as you got the adapter, it would be a perfect product because you have everything in the box you need. So it is a shame that they are missing that one little detail to make it that perfect product. However, that being said, I don't think there are that many products out there that have the required power to allow the Switch to charge while playing, unless you're willing to spend out a lot of money for one. So in my eyes, the Ravpower is a great product and definitely worth buying. Whether or not it takes a little while to charge, I don't think that really matters so much, as long as you're actually getting extra power while you play. It's not going to give you a quick get up and go solution, unfortunately, but it still does allow you to have that extra power while travelling. But there you go, that's my opinion on the Ravpower block and charging option for the Nintendo Switch. Thank you for watching. If you liked the video, then please give us a like and subscribe to our channel. It'd be very much appreciated. And until next time, see you later.